p.m. If conflict between Ukraine and Russia continues, it will have a negative impact on Cambodia's economic growth. PM Hun Sen has stated that if the conflict between Ukraine and Russia continues, it will have a negative impact on global economic growth and the Cambodian economy, and Cambodia is monitoring to formulate policies and procedures and establish the necessary intervention measures in a timely manner. WDE Commentary Number 11. Women in Trade. The 11th episode of the WDE Policy Dialogue entitled Women in Trade was hosted by Ms. Virak Kanhapich on 11 February 2022. She was joined by our distinguished speaker, Ms. Kim Tolt-An, Vice President and Chair of the Women's Committee of the American Chamber of Commerce, AmCham. Police. Sihanoukville security guard death is suicide, not murder. The statement comes after several media outlets reported that the man had been executed by hanging. Destination selects Raffles Le Royal as best hotel in Cambodia. Raffles Le Royal has been voted the best hotel in Cambodia by the readers of the Destination magazine. Rain gamblers busted by Battambang police. Cambodia's rain gambling hotspot of Battambang saw yet more arrests yesterday as police battled to rid the province of the scourge of weather-based gambling. Miss Charm Cambodia's hopes dashed as Miss Charm International competition postponed. The dreams of Sothari B. Miss Charm Cambodia to compete in the Miss Charm International competition in Vietnam in April have been dashed by the postponement of the competition due to COVID and the Russia-Ukraine conflict. Rising oil prices force some petrol stations to shutter. As the price of petrol continues to rise, some petrol stations in Stung Treng have been forced to temporarily shutter due to erratic oil prices. Paradise Lost. Land occupiers of Koh Todung ordered to leave to make way for world-class eco-tourism resort. The island is currently home to the renowned Nomads Land Eco Resort, but it is not yet known if the ruling refers to Nomads Land or to another development in another part of the island. Cambodia indicates it will accept Ukrainian refugees. Prime Minister Hun Sen has said he was willing to accept refugees from Ukraine, but he will not allow Cambodian nationals to volunteer to fight there. At least 23% of recovered C-19 patients suffer mental stress. A study by some foreign medical scientists has revealed that between 23 to 26% of the patients who recover from COVID-19 suffer mental illness, depression and anxiety. Cambodian embassy in Bangkok issues instructions on relaxation of COVID testing for visitors to Cambodia. The Cambodian embassy in Bangkok has issued a helpful summary clarifying the new rules issued by the Ministry of Health on March 17 regarding the relaxation of COVID testing for visitors to Cambodia. WHO says that misinformation Omicron is the last COVID-19 variant fueling uptick worldwide. WHO Director General Tedros Adhanom Ghebreyesus has said that after several weeks of declines, reported cases of COVID-19 are once again increasing globally, especially in parts of Asia. Thailand wants RT-PCR requirement before departure scrapped, test required on arrival. Thailand's Public Health Ministry is planning to ask the Center for COVID-19 Situation Administration today to cancel the requirement of a RT-PCR test for foreign visitors before they depart their countries and reduce COVID-19 insurance coverage to just $10,000, THB 333,670. Child welfare, a priority sector of Cambodia. The royal government of Cambodia always pays high attention to child welfare by considering it as a key priority sector, said Prime Minister Hun Sen. Japanese PM to visit Cambodia this Sunday. Kishida Fumio, Prime Minister of Japan, will lead a high delegation to pay an official visit to the Kingdom of Cambodia on March 20 to 21, 2022, at the invitation of Prime Minister Hun Sen. Saudi Foreign Minister to pay a visit to Cambodia today. His Highness Prince Faisal bin Farhan Al Saud, Minister of Foreign Affairs of the Kingdom of Saudi Arabia, will lead a delegation to pay an official visit to the Kingdom of Cambodia today. School feeding program in Cambodia celebrated. The United Nations World Food Programme, WFP, the United States Embassy, and Cambodia's Ministry of Education, Youth and Sport, MOES, celebrated the handover of the school feeding program in 85 additional schools from WFP to the Cambodian government. Hassle-free entry. Govt scraps PCR and rapid tests for international arrivals. Cambodia yesterday became the first country in Southeast Asia to drop the requirements for both pre-travel PCR test and on-arrival rapid antigen test for fully vaccinated travelers into the kingdom. Ministry rejects CNHP calls to drop cases against party. The Interior Ministry has rejected calls from the unrecognized Cambodia National Heart Party, CNHP, to the government to drop the ongoing legal complaint against its founder and 20 other activists. ASEAN Chiefs of Defense Forces commit to peace, stability and prosperity. The 19th ASEAN Chiefs of Defense Forces meeting, ACDFM-19, have unanimously committed to ensuring peace, stability and prosperity in the region. Herd of 8 elephants spotted in Sri Pok Wildlife Sanctuary. A herd of 8 elephants was spotted by conservationists from the Mondulkiri Provincial Department of Environment and WWF researchers yesterday in Sri Pok Wildlife Sanctuary. Rainsy jailed 10 years over plot to overthrow government. Phnom Penh Municipal Court yesterday sentenced exiled former opposition leader Sam Rainsy and 20 other former parliamentarians and activists to prison terms ranging from 5 to 10 years. Govt signs deal to switch to digital broadcast. The Cambodian Television Alliance and the government have signed a deal to shift all analog television broadcast to digital format. Siem Reap expects influx of people to witness equinox at Angkor Wat. Siem Reap is getting ready to receive domestic and international tourists on March the 21st and September 22 to witness the sun rising exactly on the peak of the main Angkor temple. Murder suspects from U.S., on the run since December, reportedly nabbed in Cambodia. 2 murder suspects, involved in the 2020 death of a female in Seattle, were reportedly captured in Cambodia, though few details as to when and where in Cambodia they were nabbed were revealed. Woman alleges traffic police officer made her pay fine to his personal bank account. Questions have been asked in the past about the practice of some Phnom Penh traffic police in not providing official receipts for traffic fines. The 1970 coup d'etat that plunged Cambodia into misery. Exactly 52 years ago today, Cambodia witnessed one of the most shocking events in its modern history, the 1970 coup, which saw General Lon Nol replace Prince Norodom Sihanouk as the head of state, and the birth of the Khmer Republic. One of the 12 suspects arrested over a youth's murder. Police in Kandal province yesterday arrested one of 12 youths suspected of beating another young man to death over a dispute in Kot Om district. Handicapped people urged to seek media jobs. National Television of Kampuchea, TVK, has been training 73 handicapped people as MCs or Master of Ceremonies to encourage them to work in the media. Siem Reap police deploy firefighting motorcycles. Traffic police in Siem Reap province have deployed firefighting motorcycles, the first of its kind in Cambodia, to deal with fires during traffic accidents.